Make sure to subscribe to get more video. Now that the Android Auto team has completed the transition to its new, more fluid interface, it's time for bug fixes and refinements. The latest update appears to fit that role, as it introduces a new notification setting, and sets the framework for an interface that will finally give users the ability to customize which apps appear in the Android Auto launcher. What's new? Unofficial changelog, the stuff we found, new setting for media notifications. Media notifications become optional. There's a new toggle called Show Media Notifications in the settings page under Notifications. After switching it on and off and trying several different things, I'm not entirely sure what it does, or if it's actually working yet. My first thought was that this setting would disable notifications for things like picture messages, since Android Auto can't actually tell you what's in the picture, and some people just don't want the notification to even appear. However, after sending several photos and stickers to that phone, and getting notifications for each is assigned, the setting either controls something else or isn't working. I also tried another interpretation of media notifications, and tested apps that create player notifications but lack Android Auto support, and also web services that create player notifications through Google Chrome on the phone, but neither of those produce notifications on Auto with the setting turned on. So that wasn't it either. If there's another explanation, especially one that actually changes behavior with a switch, please let us know in the comments. Teardown. Disclaimer: teardowns are based on evidence found inside of apps, Android's application package, and are necessarily speculative and usually based on incomplete information. It's possible that the guesses made here are wrong or inaccurate. Even when predictions are correct, there is always a chance that products could change or may be cancelled. Much like rumors, nothing is certain until it's officially announced and released. Disclaimer: teardowns are based on evidence found inside of apps, Android's application package, and are necessarily speculative and usually based on incomplete information. It's possible that the guesses made here are wrong or inaccurate. Even when predictions are correct, there is always a chance that products could change or may be cancelled. Much like rumors, nothing is certain until it's officially announced and released. The features discussed below are probably not live yet, or may only be live for a small percentage of users. Unless stated otherwise, don't expect to see these features if you install the app. All screenshots and images are real unless otherwise stated, and images are only altered to remove personal information. Launcher customization, app filtering. As the number of apps on a platform increases, so do our frustrations at the number of apps on the platform. Yes, you read that right. The same thing happened in the early days of Android, where too many apps were automatically installed to watches, and they became burdensome as the novelty wore off. Android Auto users have complained for quite a while about apps that either clutter up the old category selectors, like Telegram appearing in the list of music audio apps, or any mostly unused apps appearing in the new launcher screen. It looks like something may finally be done to give users the control they want. New resources reveal that an interface is in the works that will make it possible to selectively show or hide apps so only the ones you use will appear in the launcher. According to the current text, this will be described as choosing which apps show up in Android Auto. Notably, one line seems to suggest you will have to unplug and then reconnect your phone after making changes before they take effect. String name equals settings customize launcher title. Customize launcher. String name equals settings customize launcher description. Choose which apps show up in Android Auto. String name equals settings customize launcher. Change etos tree connect to update screen. Looking over the primary layouts for the selection screen shows that we'll get to choose apps from a vertical scrolling list with the app icon and name, plus a checkbox on the right side. Unfortunately, it's not clear if this will actually allow us to hide default and non-app entries in the list, like the phone app or Google's news and calendar shortcuts. Launcher settings apps raw XML inner layout Android. Orientation equals horizontal Android, it equals edit content. Android, layout width equals fill parent Android. Layout height equals at diamond launcher app settings raw height. Android, padding start equals at diamond launcher app settings raw padding Android. Pad engine equals at diamond launcher app settings raw padding. XML, NS, Android equals http://schemas.android.com/app/re/android. Include Android, Gravity equals Start Center Android, it equals. Edit a Python Android, layout width equals wrap content. Android, layout height equals wrap content Android. Layout margin equals at diamond G-read Bazel and Egrid 1x. Android, content description equals at null layout equals. At layout a Python. Text view Android, ellipse size equals end Android. Layout Gravity equals Start Center Android, it equals. Edit app name Android, layout width equals 0.0 dip Android. Layout height equals wrap content Android, single line equals. True Android, layout weight equals 1.0 Android. Text alignment equals view start style equals. Add style/text appearance companion settings. Checkbox Android, layout Gravity equals end center Android. It equals edit enable disabled Android, layout width equals. At diamond launcher app settings switch width Android. Layout height equals wrap content. I'm very excited for this. See that screen below? Half of it needs to go. I don't want to scroll to get down to my podcast player. I don't want to even take a moment to remind myself that the hand icon is entirely useless, and I'd rather not waste space with calendar or news. Oh, and that row you can't really see. There's only one app there I would keep. Yup, 6 apps should just about cover it, and I think most drivers feel the same way. Download. The app is signed by Google and upgrades your existing app. The cryptographic signature guarantees that the file is safe to install and was not tampered with in any way. Rather than wait for Google to push this download to your devices, which can take days, download and install it just like any other app. Leave a like.